everyone, so Kevin here. So today's video we're going to talk about the zuki, which is our short punch, or called the upside down punch, literal translation. So the short punch here, and for karate short punch, is very similar to your body rip, as you can see in boxing or a lot of other types of Western martial arts. Key differences are it tends to go in rather than going upwards. But this can be changed dependent on the application of where you're going. Always remember, when it comes to karate, we always have the assumption of having a grab, grabbing someone and controlling someone. Okay? That's why there's always the pull back, pull back, pull back. And so with that said, the upwards connotations doesn't work as well as if I'm pulling and going right through. So with the punch here, it's very often we come in, here, here. Going straight through, more or less parallel to the ground. And once again, trying to get that two knuckles right in the middle of the wrist. Now obviously it can change depending on the angle that you're hitting, so it's not a set rule of saying I have to be straight. As you're practicing, that's where you are. But when you target, maybe you're dragging in downwards, then obviously it changes up into more of a body rip cut kind of situation. With the way you hold your wrist and hold your fists, also very really dependent on personal preferences. In general, you'll see that it will more or less be flat, but with a slight turn. This really is dependent on how your wrist sits and how far out you're putting your arm. When I hit really hard, you'll notice that I tend to be a little bit of an angle like so. Not quite flat, I'm not coming up here. But when you go a little bit hard, okay, say if in a sparring situation, the distance changes a lot depending on the person, especially if you don't actually have the person bringing you in. Right here, I can control it quite easily of where I'm going to hit, so I can be an optimum range. But if I'm in a sparring situation and I go through here, that person can move. I might not have them in the same place. If I'm going from here and out, as you can see, the closer I am, the more flat it's going to be. Okay, the same way as my hikite. Come in, my wrist comes out, it's still flat. As it further comes out, in order to keep my alignment with my shoulder and my elbow here, so it doesn't fan out, I still have to twist it out a little bit. You notice that further out, now I'm going past what a short punch really should be, where my zuki should be. You notice that I'm pretty much starting to come up straight. And obviously I can go all the way out and I twist into a normal punch. Right, so it really depends on where you are and where it goes. So for the optimum range, I'm here. Depending on where you actually hit, right, if you go down a little bit, boom, right, you can change, and you can also, as it goes up, it basically changes into my zuki, which is my uppercut. All right, so that's the basics for that one. When it comes to your footwork, it really depends on how you're using it. In your heikodashi and sanchindachi, you generally move with the same side. Moving the front leg, front hand. That's where you get most of the power of that lunging motion when you hit up straight. For those that are a little bit more advanced, going into bunkai, going into a little bit more kata, then you'll notice that it's the same move you have in Geksai Daiichi. Short punch here, normal Gyakuzuki up top. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments or contact us directly. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.